Hello, and welcome back to the Soprano podcast. I am your podcast host, and my name is Heidi. And I'm recording this in the middle of the day today, which is a little bit strange. I don't think I've ever done middle of the day. I've done tons of nighttime recordings and a couple morning, but, yeah, I had a short amount of time, and I knew I wanted to have a short little podcast today, so, I'm just sitting down with a midday cup of tea with you here today. Today was a rather, unremarkable day, and sometimes I think that that's okay. Sometimes I'm, really relieved by that so far. I mean, it's only not even 1 o'clock yet, so I'm really speaking too soon. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about how I had this feeling this morning where I was looking at my planner, looking at my schedule, right? Ooh, that's good tea. We love a matcha. So I was looking at my planner, and I was looking at it, and I was like, okay, I'm at work right now, is at my first job in the morning, and then I've got 2 students today, and after that, I've got jazz at night. I've got a class. And for the first time in a really long time, and when I say a really long time, I mean a really long time, I looked at that schedule and I was like, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for these upcoming events. I'm not dreading anything. I'm not annoyed that I have to do any of it. I'm actually really looking forward to it. And it was just kind of refreshing. I know that that's a really rare thing, and I'm not trying to brag about oh my god, look at me, I'm excited about my life. But it's very rare for me to actually be excited about the things that I have to do, and the mundane things that I have to do, the daily things. I get excited about a lot of stuff, but not teaching lessons and then going to class and having to be up and doing things actively until 8 p.m. and I got to work at 6:30 in the morning, and it's I've been really wanting to just relax, and not even relax, I just want to I constantly am just wanting to lay down in the past couple of months, I've been dealing with some personal problems, and all I have been wanting to do is just be stationary, if that makes any sense. So I would look at my schedule in previous days and I would be like, ugh, when am I going to be able to just sit there? When am I going to be able to just lay down and do nothing? When am I going to be able to do nothing? I would look forward to the time when I could literally sit and do nothing. And that's pretty sad, not gonna lie. So we're gonna take a sip about it. But the good thing is, I am, trying to find, I guess, excitement and enjoyment in things that I have to do every day. Like today, I was kind of having a weird, bland morning, so I treated myself, okay? We treated ourselves. And we went to the Asian market. Love that frickin' place. There's 2 of them that I really like, but one of them, I like the stuff they have, but it's a really cramped, close quarters store. They just, really tried to cram a lot of stuff in there. And it's always kind of an uncomfortable experience. You literally cannot fit 2 people in an aisle. So you have to kind of sidestep your way around the whole store. But then the other one that I like the store setup. It's a good setup, but they don't have as much stuff, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But yeah, so I treated myself to the Asian market today, and we got some good things. I got a bunch of pickled ginger that I've been really craving lately. Got some new rice vinegar and some sesame oil and stuff, the basics. And I don't know if you are aware of this, but dried bean curd sticks, like dry soybean sticks, are like the best thing on this planet currently. I don't know if you're aware of this. Are you aware? Are you aware that that's the best thing on the planet at the moment? So, yeah, I got some vegetable buns. We were living it up. I also got some new wasabi because I haven't had any here in a while, and I've been living it up, kind of making sushi here a little bit with like avocado and cucumber. Just like very, very sloppy sushi. It's not pretty. It's just the components of sushi all put together, and that's it. That's the only thing that constitutes it as sushi is the ingredients. Doesn't look like sushi. It's just kind of like a mishmash. But so, what are you guys doing today? What's your schedule looking like? Yeah. Yeah. It's always so funny because I really do feel like when I record these, I feel like I'm talking to someone. Like I feel like I'm, having a little chat. So it's always funny when I'm like, there's no one here, so don't like ask questions. Anyway, shall we read our daily sketch, our daily music history sketch here, people? Let's see. Oh, there's a hair in my mouth. What an unpleasant feeling. I haven't had that in such a long time. Oh my god. Ugh. Anyway, okay. Here we are, people. Here we are. We have Anton Gregor Rubinstein. I'm not as familiar with this composer, and it's probably because he is a Russian composer, and I don't know, for some reason, I'm just not as familiar with Russian composers yet. But I think that's a me problem. I don't think that's a problem with, like, music education in general. But, okay, so we have Rubinstein here. Rubinstein? Stein? I don't know. Okay, and his subtitle here is Russia's Wandering Minstrel. Born 1829, died 1894. When Anton, son of the pencil maker Rubinstein of Wekwotinez, wow. When he was but a year old, the Tsar issued such a severe ukase against the Jews that his family decided that, in order to survive, they must renounce their faith. Accordingly, little Anton was baptized, but the warm, emotional quality of the Jew persisted in him and in his music, despite all the cold, holy water sprinkled upon him. When the Rubinstein-covered wagon came creaking into Moscow, Anton was a bright little boy of 5. Sorry. He had a few piano lessons from his mother and immediately started working in villowing, then the best piano teacher in Moscow. He displayed such a remarkable talent that his wise mother never sent him to school, but had him tutored at home. His appearance as an infant prodigy at the age of 10 justified the course of action, and covered him with glory, as did his subsequent concert tour. There came bad months, however, after his father's death, when he was 16. He was left to support himself in Berlin, where he was studying harmony, while his mother and brother returned to Russia. After 2 years, he decided that his future lay in his own native land, but he had great difficulty in getting back into it. Having left Russia as a child, he had no passport, and he had to play the piano for an unconvinced official to prove that he was, as represented, a pianist. Moreover, his trunk full of music manuscript was confiscated on suspicion of harboring nihilist propaganda, and 2 years' work was lost. The manuscripts being later sold by the pound as waste paper. Oh my god, are you guys hearing this? But once in Russia, he found friends and recognition everywhere, and at the age of 23 was accounted as an artist of high standing. He made many tours to all parts of the world, always returning between trips to his wife and children, who created a happy home life for him in his beloved St. Petersburg. The St. Petersburg Conservatory, founded in 1862 as a result of his urging, gave him another foothold there, for he became its director and devoted much time to teaching there, and much money to its financial support. On his American tour in 1872, he played 215 concerts, in which his own compositions, among them Kamenoi Ostral for the piano, and his innumerable songs, such as Melody in F, were hailed with enthusiasm despite his compatriots' criticism of their German tendencies. He died in Russia, November 20th, 1894, aged 65. Huh. Dude, can't believe that about the whole confiscated all his music, lost so much work. Dude, that sucks. There's no other way to describe it. That just sucks. That totally blows. I can't imagine the feeling of, like... I was just thinking about this today. The feeling of not having proof of all of the stuff that you've done in your life. Like, even think about your parents. Like, if you're in your 20s or, you know, your 30s or whatever, or if you're younger than I am, I'm in my 20s. Think about people who were, you know, chilling in, like, the 70s and in the 60s. Like, they may or may not have, like, recorded, like, not paper, but, like, recorded work from, like, high school. You know, I'm sure these kids these days, they've got, like, stuff saved on their Google Drive from middle school and high school, and they're gonna have such a huge... like, technology footprint, like, each individual. There's so much information that's been saved into the cloud and just into, like, just into the internet. It's crazy to me, and sometimes I forget how much information we actually have to call back upon now in these days, and how much information, like, my grandfathers, both of them, would have no idea, you know, about an essay that they wrote in college, or an essay that they wrote in high school, or something like that, you know, or something that they wrote down, or a piece of paper, or maybe a payroll stub, or something that they had to fill out online. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to me. I was thinking about that. Yeah, dude, we just save everything now. And then your memory is emblazoned forever. You just can't escape yourself. It's kind of messed up to think, though, because a lot of these recordings and, like, things that people are creating during the pandemic, I don't know, you guys. Like, it's great that we're doing it and stuff, but, like, in a way, I get kind of freaked out thinking about how somebody could, like, you know, in 25 years or something, go back and look at the things that I created during this time, and we were all, like, unsure of technology, and we didn't understand, and it was, like, it's embarrassing because it's so not well produced, if that makes any sense. Like, it's just so ragtag, and in 25 years, somebody could find that, or 50 years, I don't know, a long time from now, somebody could find that when technology has advanced a millionfold since now, and they'll be like, ew, gross. They didn't even know how to level audio, or, like, they didn't even know how to, like, do anything. Look at them in their living rooms trying to record. I don't know, I find it very funny. But that totally sucks that Rubinstein got his whole trunk of compositions sold as scrap paper. That's the big thing. The sold as scrap paper thing. Oh. Yeah, no. Don't like that. Anyway, all right. I'm going to make some lunch here. I've got a lesson in... Oh, what time is it? An hour-ish? I've got to warm up. Got to warm up before your lessons, guys. I can already feel that my voice is getting a little bit... It feels a little different because we're doing a lot of teaching. And you got to warm up. Teaching online is different than teaching in person also. So, got to warm up. Warm up before you teach. Okay? All right. If you enjoyed this podcast and you want to listen to more, I post daily here on the Paper Soprano podcast. And I'd love to have you here. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. No press, ain't no thing. I'm going to post here anyway. And if you want to listen in, go ahead. If you want to leave this video a like, feel free. If you want to comment, let me know something that you want me to chat about, or if you would ever want to be a guest on the podcast, let me know. I love having guests, love having people around, and having a good old-fashioned chat. So I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast. This podcast, of course, is the Paper Soprano podcast, and I am your host, Heidi Schneider, and it has been nice chatting with you today. All right, I'm going to finish my tea. Okay, love you, mean it, bye!